Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel NUFC Talk TV. My name is Chris, the American Mag, and welcome to a new news video. And in today's video, we got none other than a transfer rumor, something that's getting talked about out there. But of course, on this channel, we bring you the latest news that we can gather and assemble. And this would be one of those names. Lloyd Kelly is rumored, and supposedly Newcastle United are eyeing this young gentleman from Bournemouth. So I guess that is, take that with a grain of salt. A lot of recently, a lot of Bournemouth players have been linked to Newcastle United at the moment. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people see that in a negative way. Lloyd Kelly is an interesting player. Let's not waste any time. By the way, this is reported. This is a recent report by the Northern Echo that states that Newcastle United are eyeing a summer move for Bournemouth defender Lloyd Kelly, and it has been claimed that the Magpies are eager to seal a move for the English center back this summer. Now, remember this: we obviously are lacking center backs at the moment. We got Lascelles that's out on injury for a long time. We got Botman out for a long time as well, almost the same time they're going to be back. So we got Fabian Scher right now, Dan Burn playing there, and I hope he plays there for from here on out. But we'll have to see because obviously Eddie likes to put him as a left back. Kraft has proven to me in one game that maybe he can fulfill that position. But to say the least, we still need backup. We still need other players that can compete for that role. You can say this guy Murphy, Alex Murphy, should we give him an opportunity? I believe so. But that's only leaving you one player in the back end. Paul Dummett. Are you going to give him an opportunity? Are you going to get his contract renewed? A lot of fans have been saying that it wouldn't surprise them if Paul Dummett got a contract renewal. I don't know about that. I think even with the injury crisis, we should still move on for some of these players. But let's not waste any time. Let's take a look how this guy plays. Lloyd Kelly, just a few images here and there from YouTube. By the way, shout out to Brazil Scout, 175K subs. Thank you so much. We're using some of these images real quick to kind of identify what kind of player he is. For meanwhile, well, nice defender. Somebody could have said that was a push-up, but it's okay. Now, see right here. I mean, you can see a few things here and there. Nothing really crazy, right? Tall, nice guy, good physique. I guess for a defender, for a center back, that's something interesting. This is interesting. Him playing, defending on the left side, the left backs, maybe getting challenged with pace. Maybe he does have pace, and we'll certainly see if he ever comes to the tune. Does he have aerial? What about his aerial game? Is that a good aerial game? Well, he certainly does seem to be tough and yeah, resilient, I guess you can say. Well, let's move on from this, and let's actually look at the stats right here. And as you can see, Lloyd Kelly, well, no, he's not an international, but English player, 25 years of age, 6'3", so that's a good size for a center back. And then you got a left-footed, which is always really nice and good. To be fair with you, you don't see many of those in the Premier League, to be honest. So left-footed, obviously positioned as a defender, number 5 for Bournemouth. Right now, the player value, as far as SofaScore is concerned, is 16.5 million euros. I would assume that Bournemouth is going to want a lot more money than that, and that is where the problem lays for Newcastle United. Can we actually pay 30 million? Can we pay 40 million for a center back? Is that something that we want to do anyway? Even if we had the money or able to spend it, that's the main issue. The PSR, FFP, whatever you want to call it, that's the main issue right now for the Magpies. So I guess strengths are ground duels. We kind of saw that in the videos a little bit. He's a tough guy to move, even though he doesn't seem like the strongest lad, but it's very tall, very physical. So I guess a strength would be ground duels, and weaknesses, long balls. So I mean, if you see that as a weakness, uh, certainly something to look at. And then he was injured from February all the way through April. Was he? Is that what it's saying? Injury period. Yeah, from February all the way to April. So he's just coming back from an injury, according to this. So we'll have to monitor that as well. He's played obviously at Bristol City since 17, and then moved on to Bournemouth later on. So that's as far as his career is concerned. A few statistics that might be interesting to look at. Look at the heat map right there. Um, he's really all over the place on his left side. Now, listen, this guy might be able to play. Listen, I'm just saying. Don't take me the wrong way. I see him as a center back, but knowing Eddie and how he likes to change certain players and their positions, it wouldn't surprise me to see him being able to play a left back. He does seem to have pace. We saw in a few uh, clips and cuts there that he was guarding the left back and or more the right winger. I'm sorry, and defending as a left back in some instances. And in this heat map right here, it tells you where he's playing, and the darker of the spot, the red spot, are really where he's heavily been positioned for a while, and that's really all over the left side. All over the left side. So interesting. I would figure it would be right here, but it seems like this guy is really all over the place as far as the left side is concerned. Maybe a multi-position player right there, and maybe somebody that we might want to have. Lloyd Kelly. He's played 18 games this season, started 14. Obviously, he was hurt in a few games here and there, almost a month, I believe. So that would be the 4 games that he could be possibly out. Minutes per game, 71 minutes per game. No teams of the week, of course. No goals, expected goals. I mean, I don't judge center backs on that, and so it doesn't really matter at this point with his scoring frequency and shots per game and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, the stats are not, as far as offensive stats, but again, he doesn't need to attack. He doesn't need to go. He doesn't need to assist. He doesn't need to cross balls. Well, maybe he plays the left back. We can talk about that. But really, I want to see his defending. How is his defending? And right here, you can look at the stats right here as far as defending is concerned. Clean sheets 3, interceptions per game 0.4, tackles per game 1.3. Possessions won 0.2, and this balls recovered per game 5.7. Interesting. That's a nice stat right there. And dribbles pass per game is 0.5. That's low, so that's nice. Clearances per game 2.6. So error led to shot 0 and error led to goal 0. That's a very, very good stat right there. As many goals, as many games that he's played, no errors that led to shot, no errors that led to goal. That's pretty impressive. Penalties committed, only one this season. It's a center back. I would say that's a pretty good thing. Now, Paul Dummett, I'm sure he's got the same stat, one committed penalty, but he's only played 1 game or 2 games or 3 maybe this season, and you can see the comparison right there. So listen, interesting, 2 yellow cards. So that's another stat that's very interesting for a center back, because that means that he is not going gun hole and crazy. He can actually stay composed, and I really like that stat right there. So look, let me know what you think about this guy, Lloyd Kelly. I mean, certainly somebody that we might want to keep an eye on. Why not? Why not? Let me know if you like him. Let me know if he's a talent that you would like to have as far as uh, you know the Newcastle team is concerned. Now remember, he's under contract at the Vitality Stadium until the end of this campaign, which could open the door for the Magpies to snap him up on a free transfer this summer. Of course, it's not going to be free because you got to pay the agent, you got to pay the player, but it's certainly not going to be a lot of money. So, what do you think? For free? Again, not literally, but still. I mean, I think that would be a sweep. That would be a nice player to have. And right now, when we don't really have anybody to compete for that center back position, because I'm assuming it's going to be Dan Burn and um, Fabian Scher. But now, if you get Lloyd Kelly back, could he compete for that left side, for the left back position? Could he compete as a center back? Which that's what they would bring him for anyway. But maybe he competes and he starts with Fabian Scher, and then, as we know, Eddie moves Dan Burn to the left side. Could that be possible as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe to the NUFC Talk TV channel. My name is Chris, the American Mag, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.